morning or good afternoon, and welcome to another In the Know, where we have a chance to update all of our Darlington County School District employees on the latest news and also the latest information from the board meeting. We are quickly moving towards the end of the school year, and we only have a few weeks left, as a matter of fact. So I know there's a lot of excitement for our students and for our staff, all of our employees, as we head towards the end of May and graduations, and certainly look forward to some time this summer as well, but mainly just to celebrate everything that we've experienced this year as we come to the end of the school year. First item I'd like to talk about today is the board meeting that was held this past Monday, regular board meeting. One of the great things about that board meeting was that it was held at the Mayo Conference Center, because we had so many students that were being recognized for achievements, and we had many of their parents there with us too. So we were able to have a lot of people with us in one space for the first time in a long time to recognize our students, to recognize their achievements and what they've accomplished, but also to have their parents with us and all be in the same room together. So it was a great evening to have that. In addition to having many of the awards that we had, we also talked about a few other pieces of business. The first one, of course, was a budget update and where we stand at this point in time. We did pass first reading of the budget. And so the budget that we actually passed was actually the Senate version that is currently out. And so, as we've talked about in some of our prior conversations, there are two versions of the budget that are out with our legislators right now. One is the House version and one is the Senate version. Again, we really can't pass our budget completely until they make a decision on the money that's going to be funded to school districts this year from our legislators. And so the big difference between those two funding models for the House and the Senate is that the Senate is actually using this year's funding, and then additional monies they're using the new funding formula for. The Senate version increases the teacher minimum state salary schedule by $2,000 for every cell. So for example, right now, the starting salary on the state salary schedule is $36,000. That would increase to $38,000. And the legislators would give every district that is currently not paying $38,000 a year, they would give them extra money to get up to that point. As we've also talked about, Darlington County is at $40,000 a year. So unfortunately, we would not receive any monies from the state and our legislators for teacher raises. But we also feel very confident in this budget that we would still be able to give teacher raises and other employee raises with this as well. So our intent at this point in time with the budget is that if the Senate version does indeed pass, which many people think that's the more realistic version, that we will also increase our teacher salary scales $2,000 per cell. So our starting salary would go from $40,000 to $42,000. In addition to that, what we talked to the board about is that every other employee in the district would get a 4% increase plus a step increase. So that is the first reading that's been put out at this point in time, is that our intent is to give all of our teachers a $2,000 raise per cell on our salary scale, plus a step increase, and all of our other employees a 4% raise and a step increase, which is similar in line with the amounts that are given to everybody else. So again, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about being able to do this for all of our employees, even though we've heard a lot of information in the news. The Darlington County School District plans on staying ahead in the PD with our teacher salaries as well as our other salaries. Now, we're still waiting to hear. There'll be another committee that meets between the House and Senate, and at some point in time, they will get together and hash out the budget. When that is finalized, we'll be able to finalize our budget as well. So stay tuned, and there'll be more to come on that. The next item that was on there, we actually had an action item for the purchase of some property. And so the board accepted my recommendation for the purchase of approximately 112 acres out off Highway 52, basically between Darlington and Dovesville. And so we had the opportunity, as I've said in many of my meetings before, that we are always looking for auxiliary property that can be utilized by the district in case of need, that we need additional property. And in this scenario, we actually started looking at less property, but when we had the ability to purchase more from an investment standpoint, that makes better sense. And so that's the reason why we decided to purchase the 112 acres, because it was available. And again, real estate is not going down in value, it's certainly going up. We believe it's a great investment. Our first plans for the property at this point in time is to address our maintenance and operations. At our Darlington location at the district office, we are busting at the seams for space, and there's really very limited room for our operations and maintenance. We've also had discussions about centralizing our operations and maintenance from around the county into one location. We did not have that ability in the Darlington location. The property that we've purchased actually has buildings and sheds already on site, where we believe we will be able to convert that pretty quickly to a new centralized operations and maintenance center for the school district. So very excited about that, and that will be the first use that we look at this property before. Again, this property can be used for multiple uses. For example, I mentioned to the board, you need approximately 60 to 70 acres to build a high school. You need approximately 30 acres to build a middle school. You need approximately 20 acres to build an elementary school. And so obviously with 112 acres, there's a lot of flexibility there for us in the future. And if we ever just decided to sell some of the property a few years down the road, we certainly would be able to make a profit based on the way the real estate market is. They're not making any dirt these days, so we feel fortunate to be able to have this property. The next item that we talked about after executive session and we came out, as you know, there was a retention bonus that was approved at the prior board meeting. And that retention bonus was for certified exempt employees, $1,500, and classified or non-exempt employees, $500. After executive session at this particular board meeting, the board voted to increase the classified non-exempt amount to $1,000. So they moved it from $500 to $1,000 for all of our classified non-exempt employees. So we're currently working on getting these bonuses out before the school year is out. So again, we have a few weeks left in this school year, so our finance department and payroll department is working on this quickly. These will be separate direct deposits to our direct deposit accounts, and also similar to our past bonuses, part-time would be included with that as well. Not at the same amount, of course. Those are half of what the full-time amounts are. So we are working through every category of employees that we have to make sure we get the correct amounts. If you have any questions about what amounts you would qualify for, I would urge you to talk to your supervisor, your direct supervisor. They can give you more information on that. The last thing I brought up, spoke with the board during my superintendent's update, and this is a topic in general that I was wanting to talk with you about, of course, is our May 14th, this coming Saturday from 9 to 12, our Random Acts of Kindness Day, our Orange Frog Random Acts of Kindness Day. And I'm really excited about what this is going to look like for our communities and our county. I think this is something unique, and I think this is something unique and positive that we're going to be able to bring to all the citizens in Darlington County. And we're able to do this not only with our schools in the school district, our students, our employees, but also our local churches and our businesses and our nonprofits. We are all together as one on this initiative. It's been a long time in the making, but I'm so excited about being able to do this in Darlington County. We have plans for every school. It ranges from doing car washes, free car washes for our residents, to handing out hot dogs at local businesses and water, to actually having our community come to our school and have a spaghetti meal with us, to giving out wonderful cards and joy gift packages that have positive sayings written by our students on them, for being able to hand out to all of our community members. And again, lots of smiles, and mainly just the act of giving and what that looks like for our students. Again, there's the golden rule that we've all heard since we were young, and that is, do unto others as you would ask them to do unto you. And this is a great way to show our students what that looks like, but more importantly, the reactions, the positive reactions that come back from this. And so I know this is just the tip of the iceberg of what this is going to look like for Darlington County and our residents, and what the school district role will be with that. But again, I'm looking forward to seeing the videos and hearing the comments. There'll be a lot of media coverage on this as well. And so I really believe this is going to shine a very bright orange light on the Darlington County School District that many people across the country are going to see. So again, I hope you enjoy the day as much as I know I'm going to enjoy that day. And that's everything I have on my list now for today's In the Know. As I always tell you, please hug on your family members. Tell them how much you love and care about them. Tell them how much we appreciate them sharing you with us. And I'm so thankful for everything that you do for our students and for our communities in the Darlington County School District. I always say that we are DCSD proud. We are DCSD unity. And I'm just grateful to be able to do this job in the school district alongside everybody else that serves our students. So I hope you have a great rest of the week and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you the next time.